You're going to wind up going to jail.
Okay, take me.
You're back.
Not until I've got another law enforcement officer to where you are not going to. Oh my God!
On the 24th of March 2000,
we break down the
Forsyth County deputies responded to a domestic dispute call involving potential firearms.
Miss Angie, can you tell me what's going on?
Ask him what's going on.
Okay, I will. I'd like to ask you and then
Darcy,
ask him.
shush.
Can I hear your side?
Shush.
Why are you asking me?
Because you called us.
So do me.
I'll speak to him momentarily. I'd like to speak to both of y'all.
All right, we'll speak to him first.
All right, stay right there. Let's step over here, sir.
And
Let's go this way.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys are not allowed in my house.
I just invited him in.
I'm telling him he is not invited in.
Okay. He invited me in, so we're good. If you're cool with me being here, we're
No,
good.
he did not invite you in.
I did. I did invite him in.
All right, if you want to invite him in, come here. Let me show you something. Let me show
Or
you
stay
the
like that, sir.
guns
Yep.
that he has.
Will you tell me what's going on?
No, since he invited you in, not my guns, but the guns that he has. And where did you put them?
I'm not telling you where they are now because I think you're being
No,
dangerous.
you tell him.
Can somebody tell me what happened?
Don't tell me, you tell him. Since you invited him in, you tell him where your guns are.
Found her going through the safe and had all the guns out.
Okay.
And she's had some. As soon as that happened, so I tried to grab them all as much as I can to get them out of there for safety.
Okay. Okay. What is
And
it
I
you'd
do
like to
have
show
about
me?
4 bullets that she had in my.
You can take all the fucking guns.
Okay.
I never even wanted them, nor do I need them.
You bought one. You wanted it. You liked going to the gun range. That's the only time we ever used them.
That's the only time you ever took me there. It was kind of a catch-22 at that point.
Miss Angie, what led to you calling the police tonight?
Because my husband was going through the guns,
I was.
all the guns.
I was.
Yeah.
I didn't walk into the closet while you were in there?
What'd you do with them?
I hit them.
Okay, well, tell the officer where they are.
My partner.
So,
Darcy, come here. Darcy. Come here. Darcy.
He'll hang out with your husband. Can I speak to you? You can show me what's going on.
Come here. Outside.
I cannot. You are not welcome in my home. I would like for you guys to get out of my home.
Come on.
There's not a search warrant unless he tells you where the guns are that he hid. In that case, you can go look for them. But other than that, excuse me?
Yes.
He is the one that hid them. He is the one that knows. Please get out of my house.
You gave me consent to be here, Morgan. I need to speak to you, and I'm conducting an investigation.
Rob, tell him to get out of my house.
I invited him in.
I am telling him he is not invited in.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Are you telling him that he is invited in or not?
Tell me what happened tonight, Miss Angie.
Inside.
Tell me what happened.
Nothing happened.
Then why'd you call?
Because my husband was going through the gun safe and hiding everything.
Okay. Why would he do that?
I can't speak for him. I can't speak for him.
I'm just asking for your perception of events.
I can't speak for him.
I'm just asking for your perception of what happened.
And I'm saying I cannot speak for him.
Okay. Did anybody put hands on one another? Anybody hit each other?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he did
Okay.
put hands on me.
What did he do?
Why don't you ask him?
We will. But I'd like to hear it from you.
No, ask
If you would
him.
be the victim if he put hands on you,
Ask him.
why won't you tell me where he hit you? You'll tell me he hit you.
He didn't hit me. He grabbed me.
Okay.
And forcefully held me down
Okay. How'd he do that?
with his arms.
Okay.
4150.
Where did it happen? Did it happen in the house where all the guns were?
No, it did not.
Okay. What happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
I'm asking you what happened here tonight. What led to you calling the police?
I just told you.
Okay. You have not told me the rest, though. People don't just grab people without a reason.
Go ask him.
Well,
Ask.
look.
I can't tell you why he grabbed me. Go ask him why he grabbed me.
You can tell me why you think he might?
I have no idea. Go ask him why he grabbed me.
Okay. I will. What else happened tonight?
I don't know. Go ask him.
You were here. Right?
Some of the time.
Okay. What's your name?
And
ma'am?
what's your name?
I'm Deputy Petrie with the Sheriff's Office, ma'am. What's your name?
What is your name?
Deputy Petrie? It's right here.
Deputy what?
Petrie, right here.
Petrie?
Mm-hmm.
And what office do you work in?
I work for the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office in Uniform Patrol. What's your name?
Sheriff's Department?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your...
A homeowner generally possesses the right to revoke consent for law enforcement to be on their property without a warrant. However, legal reality changes dramatically when co-occupants are present and provide conflicting instructions regarding entry. Under the Supreme Court precedent of Georgia versus Randolph, an occupant's objection usually prevails regarding a search for evidence. This situation was not a search for evidence, but a response to a domestic disturbance requiring immediate investigation. Law enforcement operates under the community caretaking doctrine to ensure the safety of all parties inside a dwelling. Once a 911 call alleges a domestic dispute involving firearms, the police have a legal duty to verify that no danger exists. The officers cannot simply leave at the request of one party if a threat of violence or a crime remains uninvestigated. By initiating a call for help and alleging a dispute, an individual opens a legal door that cannot be closed at a whim. The investigation into physical abuse claims is sabotaged when a complaining party refuses to provide a detailed statement. Vague noncompliance and refusing to identify the location of alleged battery prevents the establishment of probable cause against a suspect. The interaction transitions from an interview to a criminal offense when a subject provides false identifying information. Providing a false name or date of birth to a law enforcement officer is a misdemeanor crime in most jurisdictions. Deception regarding identity gives an officer immediate probable cause for an arrest, effectively shifting the focus of the investigation. Daring an officer to effect an arrest is a form of psychological brinkmanship that often results in the loss of physical agency.
What is your forte?
Enforcing the law, ma'am.
Oh.
Can you tell me what happened here tonight? Can you tell me your name as well while I'm conducting my law enforcement
I
investigation?
just told you I have no idea why he grabbed me.
Okay.
And why he forcefully held me down.
Okay.
Go ask him.
My partner is right now.
All right, go ask him.
What's your name, ma'am? I know Angie. What's your last name? Angie short for Angela?
No.
Okay. It's just Angie?
Yep.
And what's your last name, Miss Angie? Okay. And what's your birthday?
January 1st,
Of
96.
Okay. What else happened tonight?
Actually, it's not.
Okay. When is your real birthday? Instead of giving me a false name and date of birth.
Why does it matter? Please get out of my house.
I'm conducting a law enforcement investigation.
Get
I have a
out
lawful
of
reason
my
to be here,
house.
ma'am. I have a
Get
lawful reason to be
out.
here.
Step out of my house.
Nope, that's not going to happen. And right now, you need to start making good decisions or you're going to wind up going to jail.
Okay, take me. Take me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it.
You're not going to tell me what's going on.
I already told you.
You told me some of it, didn't tell me the rest of it.
Let's go. Nope. Let's go. Let's go, Joe.
You going to tell me your name and birthday?
Let's go to
You're not going anywhere right now while I conduct the
No,
investigation?
I am going to jail.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You If you start fighting me, you're gonna go to jail. Come on.
Get away!
Stop it.
Stop!
I'm trying to talk to you. I'm
Get
trying to help you.
out of my fucking house! I never asked you to come inside.
You called us, ma'am. Right now? Put your hands behind your back.
No, I'm not. No.
Turn over. Put your hands behind your back. So
I haven't
get in
done
here.
anything. I haven't
Turn
done
over.
anything. No. I haven't done
Turn
anything.
over. Put your hands behind your back. Do
Not
it now.
until I've got another law enforcement officer to where you are not manhandling. Tell him
Turn
to
her
stop.
Stop fighting, please.
Step back for me.
Yes. Michelle, please stop fighting.
Tell them to get out of my house.
You called them, honey. Turn over. Girls. Shush. Darcy, go lay down. Be careful, she has a bad back too. I'm sorry.
Got it.
Oh, get careful on her back, please.
She's fine.
Michelle.
Guys, break him hard.
Don't break his heart.
He's breaking my heart. Rob, call the cops. Call the cops. These guys are breaking my heart. They're breaking my heart.
Stop fighting,
They're breaking my
Michelle.
fucking heart.
Stop fighting. They are the police, Michelle.
Stand by. Effecting an arrest. Still pulling away.
I got a wrist. Right there.
Ow!
She's grabbed this other one.
Don't watch your shoulder. It's bent around.
I don't.
I gotta get her finger out of here.
I got both wrists. Push
Oh
down.
my God, my
Get the hands.
wrist! Oh my God!
Okay, chill out. You chill out right now. Stop.
Stop fighting. Stop fighting. You're making it worse, please.
Stupid sleeve. Man, stop it. Just stop. Relax. Relax a second, okay? That stupid sleeve. Hold on a second.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my
Okay.
God! My hand! My
Got it.
hand!
No, I've got her freaking. She slipped out. I got it.
Oh!
Let go. Let go.
Michelle, stop fighting. You're making it harder. Please.
I haven't done anything!
There we go.
You're resisting right now.
I haven't done
And
anything!
nothing bad would happen if you'll cooperate.
No, but I am going to sue the ever-living
41 we got
love.
one in custody.
I am going to sue the ever-living love because my right here, this right here is broken. Oh my God, it's broke.
Can you stand up for me?
Fuck you! Ah!
I'll be right back with you, sir. Let's go.
Walk with me. Walk. Walk, or we're gonna make you walk.
Stay, Darcy. Stay.
Just stop
Michelle,
it.
please stop fighting.
You gotta be kidding me. Come on.
Worse.
Michelle, get up off the ground.
No.
We're not done. We're done with this right now.
No. No. You're in my
over here.
fucking
I'm gonna go get my
house.
car.
You're in my fucking house. You're gonna have to lift my ass up.
Stand up for me.
Ah! God! Oh! Stop!
You can walk. Your legs are working.
No. Nope.
Your legs are working. Okay. You said your arm's hurting. I'm gonna have to lift you up on your arm. You wanted to hurt more? So stand up to your feet, please.
No. No, you're going to have to break it even more.
Okay, we're not going to break it even more.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
we're just
ahead.
gonna pick her up.
Break it even fucking more.
Okay.
Ah!
Walk with us, then. Walk with us. And you won't.
Passenger side.
I want to see you guys so bad.
It's in the car.
Oh my god! Don't, oh hell no.
Do not kick me. You're going to get another charge.
I don't have any fucking charges. Other than you breaking my fucking arm.
Pulling away and fighting the handcuffing process is classified as active resistance, justifying increased physical control. Pain compliance techniques, such as joint manipulation, are designed to overcome resistance and force cooperation during an arrest. Under Graham versus Connor, force is judged by the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene at the moment of the incident. Passive resistance, such as becoming dead weight, does not invalidate an arrest, but adds to the charge of resisting law enforcement. Threatening litigation is a common coping mechanism, but officers generally possess qualified immunity during lawful arrests. The home is a sanctuary, but it is not a sovereign nation where statutory law ceases to apply during a criminal investigation. Deputy Petrie receives a grade of B+ for maintaining the legal mandate to investigate a high-risk domestic call. He successfully identified criminal deception and applied appropriate force to overcome active and passive resistance. Michelle receives a grade of F for fabricating an identity and escalating a domestic investigation into a felony-level incident. Her decision to double down on deception and physical struggle eliminated any chance of a non-custodial resolution. Lesson 1. You cannot unilaterally dismiss the police once they have responded to an allegation of domestic violence. Lesson 2. Consent to enter a shared dwelling is valid if any co-occupant invites the officers inside. Lesson 3. Providing false identifying information is an arrestable offense that overrides the original reason for police presence. Lesson 4. Physical resistance to an arrest, whether active or passive, will lead to pain, compliance, and additional charges. Lesson 5. The proper venue for challenging an officer's legal authority is a courtroom, not a physical confrontation. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our channel for more police and courtroom content.